Saudi Arabia and Iran have what can lightly be described as a tense relationship. The two majority Islamic countries are geographically separated by only a few miles of Persian Gulf. But ideologically, politically, and culturally, the gap is much wider. Currently, the two are engaged in a proxy war in Yemen, with both sides recruiting allies in order to influence Middle Eastern affairs. So why do Saudi Arabia and Iran hate each other? Well, back in 1929, the future looked bright for the two nations. They'd signed the Saudi-Iranian Friendship Treaty, and diplomatic relations were on the rise. However, sometime in the 60s, the conservative nature of Saudi Arabia ruffled feathers in the modernizing Iran. Anecdotally, Iran's king or Shah was said to have reached out to Saudi Arabia's king saying, "Please, my brother, modernize. Open up your country. Let women wear miniskirts, have discos, be modern." In response, the Saudi king replied, "You are not the Shah of France. You are in Iran. Your population is 90% Muslim. Please don't forget that." In fact, despite both countries being predominantly Muslim, each has a different and opposing Islamic sect as the religious majority. In short, the Saudis follow Wahhabism, an ultra-conservative sect of the Sunni faith, while Iranians are mostly Twelvers of the Shia faith. The divide between the Shia and the Sunni is largely based on who they believe is the true successor of Islam's prophet, Muhammad. Most of the world's Muslims identify as Sunni, and nearly half of the world's Shiites live in Iran. In 1979, Iran underwent a revolution that ousted the westernized US-backed Shah and instituted an Islamic republic led by a religious authority, Ayatollah Khomeini. The now anti-US Iran began openly condemning Saudi Arabia's religious authority and support for the US. In the late 80s, possibly spurred by Saudi Arabia and the US's significant backing of Iraq in the Iran-Iraq War, the Ayatollah made a number of inflammatory comments. After calling the Saudis a band of heretics, diplomatic relations between the two countries stalled. But by 2007, tensions had relaxed enough that the Iranian president visited Saudi Arabia as a friendly gesture. In 2011, there was an assassination attempt by Iranian nationals against the Saudi ambassador to the US, and at the same time, Iran supported Syrian President Bashar al-Assad against the US and Saudi forces during the Syrian civil war. This reignited Iran and Saudi Arabia's ideological rivalry. Since the 1960s, the two countries had been fighting for influence and control of the Middle East along religious and political lines. And currently, they are engaged in a proxy war in Yemen, exemplifying the Sunni-Shia East-West divide. If you want to learn more about the conflict in Yemen and Saudi Arabia and Iran's fight to control the Middle East, check out these two videos. One is all about where Yemen's civil war started, and the one below that is about how it essentially became a proxy war. Thank you for watching TestTube. Please subscribe.